And good evening, everybody. Thank you ever so much if you've joined me this evening. Got a couple of guests on with me and maybe one more a little bit later on. Today is Saturday, 14th of December 2024, and I've got my sheet here, and that says it's the final meeting of the year. Final meeting of the year today. What we normally do in December is we normally have the club on the first Saturday of the month, and then we go Christmas shopping, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But because the place where we hold the club, which is a village hall, they had their pantomime, the kids' pantomime there last week. So we went shopping last week, and we've had the last club today. Okay. Hang on a minute, I've got something in my eye. So what we're going to do, there's no real agenda today. We're just going to have a wrap it up club for the people that tune in live or for the people that tune in a little bit later. Flick through some photos, have a little bit of a natter just to wrap the year up, because between now and the first Saturday in January, myself and the other admin guys and probably everybody else at club as well will be starting to think about next year, competition, presentation evening, strike 2, what you're building, what aftermarket you're doing, etc., etc. Okay, and that's what I'll be doing in my 12 days off. 12 days off, 12 full days off. Can you think of anything better than James than having 12 days off?
Yeah, having 20, mate.
Oh, cheers, thanks a lot for that. Forgot all about that. Andy, can you think of anything better than having 12 days off? I know what's coming here. I've set myself up to fail.
Not hearing a bloke twittering on that he's got 12 days off at Christmas, when some people are out there slogging their guts out.
I know. Do you know what?
I am not one of those, to be honest. No, as you know, I stopped work this year, so
now you're retired.
Yeah, but you were called upon to shut up several times today about saying, it was like, oh, by the way, hello, mate, nice to see you. I've got 12 days off. Hello, pal, how you doing? I've got 12 days off. You nearly got caked several times. You know that, don't you? Poor man's, bless her. She were going to throttle you. Even at Redbeck, she were going to throttle you.
Do you know what? Do you know what? It's let me just I need to just drop onto something.
Evening, Dave. Dave is on.
Right, so me and Dale were chatting about this the other day. In fact, I've got it here. I've got it right here. Do you know what? I'm gonna make it full screen, because I do need to share this, because we were absolutely pissing ourselves laughing. Because I work in a packaging distribution centre, and obviously we get loads of drivers and couriers coming in and saying, and it's like small talk, and one of the drivers had said to me, all right then, mate, all right, what have I got? Oh, 3 pallets to unload, yeah, sound. And straight away he came in with, how long you got off then, mate? Just making that sort of Christmas initial conversation. I'm like, oh, we've got 12 days off, daddy, and this, that, and other. All right, yeah, cool, brilliant. Have you trimmed up yet then? And me and Dale were stood side by side, absolutely pissing ourselves, and we're going, this is your box standard conversation pieces. And I'm like, well, our lass is going to do it. Do you know everything? Do you know, I don't really get involved with all that sort of stuff. All right, then. And have you got everything? I'm like, chuffing, I'm ticking them off here. I'm ticking them off. How long have you got off then, mate? That's what you... Has I done all the Christmas shopping? No, mate, I'll sees to all that. All right. Dinner? Yeah, big dinner, yeah. Is it turkey or beef in your house then, pal? Well, we have both, to be fair. All right, okay. Has she trimmed up then yet, mate? I'm like, chuffing on fire. No, we're going to do it this weekend, cocker. All right. Tree up? Is the tree up yet? No, not yet. That comes in with, decorating, right? Is it real or is it plastic? Fuck's sake. No, it's plastic, mate. We've had the same tree for about 30 years. All right, cool. And have you got many coming round for dinner then? Have you seen my sheet of paper? Yeah, mate. Big family. Ah, brilliant. Going out New Year's Eve, or is it all about Christmas? No, mate, it's all about Christmas. We don't bother with you. All right, cool. When's I back at work then, mate? Oh, not till January. Bloody hell. Right. Married? Well, yeah. You got your lass out? We just buy each other whatever. All right. She got you out? No. Right. Turkey, fresh then or frozen? It depends, mate. It depends if we can be asked to go to a butcher. Right. How big do you get it? Well, big enough to feed like 7 or 8 people. Oh, cool. Nice one. And do you get the best Yorkshire puddings then, or do you blag them? Or do you make them real? No, I make best Yorkshire puddings. Right, okay, cool. Tidy. Christmas pud, mate, or trifle? Oh, yeah, it's Christmas pudding, mate. Christmas. Brilliant. I'll tell you what, though, Cocker, it's all them shop workers I feel sorry for. Yeah, me as well, mate. Definitely. Yeah, because they only get 2 days off, don't they? And can you imagine having to work Christmas Day? Doctors and nurses. I can't personally know, but that's what the two get paid for. Right, yeah, and it was surreal. Absolutely chuffing surreal. So that what state of conversation that I were having over Christmas. Let me just see if I can find club again now, because I've chuffing lost it. So last club, where's my magnifying glass? It's there, look. So last club of the year, and we had in today. Let's have a look. We had in today. So myself present, Mr. Bridge, who's come out with some really cracking news today. Bridgie, hope you're well and staying well. Happy with that one, mate. Bob Darcy, Bob coming from Donny. Young Lewis present. Ian Clemmy, nice one. We'll talk about Ian in a bit. Where's my pen? Just need to put a little star against Ian's name. Trev popped in, who came to be our saviour today, Davey House. Nice to see Dave. Always nice to see Dave. Bill popped in. Mark and Ange, standard procedure. Come a long way, Mark and Ange. Jeannie brought some cakes in. Jean is Rue's wife, if you didn't know. So I've actually got, Rue, because I know that you posted on Facebook that you didn't even have a bun.
Don't even go there.
I know. So
we left this house at 7 o'clock this morning with 24 buns. We came back with none. I know for a fact had at least 2 and went home with 10. Right? And how many did I get?
None.
Precisely.
You live with Baker.
I certainly do.
Martin Bradford, present and correct. Graham all the way from Cleethorpes. Had a chat with Graham. Absolutely superb guy. Sean in his last meeting. Sean from SGS Model Store. Daily Oakham, Craig Stins. Great to see. I do love having Craig down at club. Simon Wetherell. Another fantastic bloke. Andy White, always a laugh is Andy. Mark Wilson, lovely to see Mark. Had a catch up with Mark. Dale from Rye Hill, brilliant to see. And Andy Hartup. That was a total of 22 people in today down at Sesco and Emsworth Community Scale Model Club. James, are you keeping an eye on comments tonight?
Yeah, yes, I am. Yeah. Evening, and AD, you all right, mate? Good to have you on. ADP.
ADP.
Dave, I said hello to her,
yeah, don't worry about it, Aid. We're all good. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to share my screen because it is the last day of the season. So I'm going to pop us 3 down one side and you can see the banner there. That's our bill. And what I've been doing for the last couple of, 3, 4, 5 days, maybe, I've been changing the banner. Is it longer than that? I've been changing the banner to so many sleeps till Christmas because Christmas is something to celebrate both religiously, with family, or just because you believe in Santa. Okay. So, starting at the top, Mr. Bridge, and we can jump in and jump your comments in. Do you know what he's building here? Have you got any idea what he's building?
It's the Horton.
It is a Horton. You're quite right.
Yeah, it's the Horton 229, I think it is, isn't it? Is it the
It is,
229?
mate.
Yeah, beautiful kit. Yeah.
He put that on, that subframe assembly, and he asked me a question and said, was it the same? Let's just have a look. Safeway said, "Oh, looks deviously satisfying, that mark," and it does. And he said, "Was your Zukimura Mustang like that?" And I said, "Very much so." But I kicked off because when I opened the box, James, I was looking for 2 fuselage sides, and I'd had that kit given, didn't buy it, and I rung the bloke up and I went, "Thanks a lot for that. You're welcome, mate." I said, "I'm taking the piss. The fuselage sides are missing," and he started laughing, obviously. And, "What are you talking about?" I said, "There's no chuffing sides to aircraft. What you doing?" And he went, "You daft. Read the instructions. If you've never built a Zukimura kit, you actually build a skeleton like I've just shown you with Mark's. I think Mark's is a Zuki as well. I'm not 100%. And then you actually build the panels on it. There is no fuselage sides. You divvy get.
Evening, Rob.
Roasty, you can talk about that one.
I'll tell you what, I'm over the moon with her. I mean, she did that, and it wasn't a walk-in park by any means. We had 1 or 2 hiccups through way, but that's all her own work. When she actually put the box together, obviously behind the cab, she'd misaligned it because sometimes she can't quite see what she's doing with, what she's like with her eyes and her hands and this and that. And she'd misaligned the box by 3 mil. So you can imagine it like a trippy Abbey side. But she actually got it sorted out. She got it back together. And instead of throwing it in bin that she was that far off doing, she worked it and got it back to that. And it just blown me away. It's knocked me up, because it makes me look like a complete beginner. I mean, she's been doing it, how long, Andy? How long, Mark, sorry?
3.
Not long.
Not long.
Not even that.
I was going to say, it's not long, is it, really?
Not long at all. And it's absolutely bang on. And I'm so proud of her for what she's done. I really am. I mean, with trouble she's got with her eyes and her hands and this and other, and to come out with something like that, it just shows me to get my ass into gear and do something, because I'm so proud of her. The bloody thing looks brilliant. It really does.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Do you want to just explain why we do it and what that is as well, Andy?
The Neil Moxham Trophy is in remembrance of a member of the club, obviously Neil Moxham, who unfortunately passed away, and to commemorate his personality and what he did for the club and everything, the Neil Moxham Trophy is a trophy awarded by club members. When we have a show or a competition, the club members at the end of the judging go around and choose a model that they think is worth a special award.
Yeah.
And this year they all voted for, or the majority, should I say. I don't know how many numbers, and that's not my thing. But it was just like everybody went, "That's right," and Janie got it, and I'm just so chuffed to bits for her. I really am.
Yeah, absolutely. Nailed it. Yeah, Neil, top bloke. That's why we have the Neil Moxham Memorial Trophy.
Can I just tell you, Jim? Neil was a lad that he didn't have any legs.
Correct.
But he didn't. He was a big lad. And he got about everywhere, and he never moaned, he never did anything like that. But he were always there, and we always had a bit of a laugh because he never shut up.
Yeah.
And I'd decry anybody to have a go at me, but he never, ever shut up. He'd sit there, you get your kit out, and that way you're finished. It was just bang, 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 bang. But he was a great club member. He loved his stuff. Everybody loved him, and it just a terrible, terrible bit of news when we found out he'd gone. And the Memorial Trophy will always stick as thank you very much, Neil. Here you go. And he'd have been chuffed to bits with it, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can remember seeing him on one of quite a few of Mark's vlogs.
Yeah.
So running back over the first 2 years, I think.
His obviously he had a double amputation. Do you know why he had to have that, Ro? I do. I'm asking you. Do you know why?
I'm not 100% sure because I didn't ask it. I presume it was something to do with circulation or an accident. I don't
know. No. He worked. He worked on the trains. He worked on the lines, and he was in a station. And he was on the lines, obviously doing maintenance work and one thing and another. I mean, he was a bloody big bloke, but he weren't always that big. Obviously, we all put a bit of timber on as we get older. And one of the carriages had come uncoupled from its locomotive, mate, and it rolled back. But because he got his ear defenders on, he didn't hear it coming, and no engine. And it literally just came, and in that split second, it literally run him over. Terrible.
Good God!
Yeah,
no, I didn't realise it was as bad as that.
Can't imagine the agony of that, can you? No. Let's line it up. Moving on. Mark Lidd came second in the aircraft category, the aviation category, with what I thought was an absolutely superb build, and he's brought it in today, and that's a picture that I've taken with his second place trophy. And how that didn't come first. Obviously I did come first, but I'm like, how that didn't beat mine, I'll never know, because it's absolutely mint.
Yeah, it's lovely. Yeah, he's done a nice job.
Let's have a flick through these. So that is Martin Radforth. I'll shout to Mark, Ro, and you'll probably correct me because I might get some of these wrong. That's his links, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's third place aviation. And I've built that kit. It's a lovely little kit, that. That's Martin Rad as well. And that's his third place for his Yamato.
Yeah.
Now,
that's a cracking bit of kit, that decking on there, I was talking to Mark Liddell about it. The decking, obviously, you can't say, it's just absolutely bang on. It's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, and you know what? He was talking to me today, Martin, and we were having a bit of a laugh about it because he says to me, I don't know if you can see it on the screen, guys, but can you see that rigging?
Yeah.
So he says to me, we were having a look at it while I was taking photos, and he said, I didn't need to do that rigging either. He says, I were up. I did that rigging all day Thursday night into early hours, all day Friday into early hours on Saturday morning for competition. He says, and I absolutely wasted my time. I says, no, you didn't, because obviously it got you a trophy. He went, yeah, but there were only three entries in the nautical class. So if I'd have left it off, I'd have still got a goddamn trophy.
No, but it just goes to show the commitment they have.
He's right.
I mean, the bloody thing's amazing.
Very much so. Yeah, it is. Absolutely. Winner, chicken dinner. Winner 2024. Now then.
T72, I think that
Rad?
is. Yeah.
That's Martin Rad.
Yeah, that's Martin Rad.
That's
that's a little 70-second scale. I think it's
mate.
a T72, isn't it? Is it a T72?
I think so. So.
Yeah, lovely job.
Who's that, bro? Is that Andy White?
That's Andy White, isn't it?
Yeah, mate. Let's. So we've got a winner. So that's obviously bus and figures category. Let's get that blown up so that we can see. And you can see different blues on his trousers.
Yeah.
Nice little base. Loving the arrow there in the base. All his little rivet detail there.
And you know, Andy White, that's actually life size.
Yeah. That shield looks like wood, so he's done a cracking job with that.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah, deserved winner there. Right, what we got here? Whose is that?
I think that's Andy's as well.
That's the third place. That is Andy's. Let's make
Andy's
that
as
big
well,
and
yeah.
Let's scrutinise. Let's have a look then.
He was talking to me about it today, and he says, "I never even thought that I'd get a look in."
Really?
I mean, look at it, for God's sake. You know,
Well,
but he was adamant it wasn't even going to get looked at.
Yeah, mate. It's cracking that. And do you know what? I mean, when I've said to him today, look, competition next year. I'm an aircraft builder. The guys who are watching know, we know. But the amount of aircraft we had that on the table this year, we had to have 2 tables. Nautical class, we had 3 entries. Busts and figures, maybe half a dozen, etc., etc. And it doesn't take a genius to say, well, do you know what? Actually, I've got more chance of winning if I enter nautical than I have aircraft. Because if I enter against aircraft, I'm up against 40 aeroplanes. But if I enter into nautical, I'm only up against 2 or 3. So I know where I'm going for a trophy. And even I said, I'm going to buy a bust in 2025 and I'm going to have a go. Not that I'm desperate for a trophy, because
you got plenty. 4.
Mark, that's, I don't know. Andy White again. Let me see if I can see what it says on that trophy. It says 2nd place. And you can see there that he's got loads of little Warhammer. Are the Space Marines, Roo?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Little Space Marines there.
For next year.
That got a 2nd place. Bad photo. Let me zoom out for that one. That's lid spit again. And I will zoom in a minute. 2nd place, you can see, I'm going to start at one end. The cutouts on the decals there, he told me how we'd done them, which actually is exactly the same as how I'd done mine. His paintwork with MRP is first class. Engine work we were talking about in the kit, you know, James. You haven't built that, James, have you?
No, I haven't built that yet. No.
But you've got it though, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got it. Yeah. It's
well,
that,
in the instructions. Go on, mate.
Yeah, I was going to say that piece there that you had your arrow on. It's all right. I'm running 6 seconds late here because I'm watching it. I can't see it on the little screen. I can see it on the big screen. But that, I think it's the exhaust, isn't it? Is it?
It's part of the exhaust system, I think.
It is part of the exhaust
like radiator pipe.
Radiator pipe.
Yeah, well, that's got to go in through the frame, isn't it?
Yeah, well, on the instructions, it actually tells you to cut it and sort of like contort it in. And both me and Mark Lid went, click, sorted.
Good old
Nigel. I think Nigel on his workbench, he was saying the best way to do it is to cut it where that brace is between the 2.
No.
There's like a flat brace there. He said just cut it there and then bend it in. But yeah.
No cutting required. And anybody watching this video that's got the Airfix 1 in 24 Mark 9 or the new Mark 8 that's the same kit, and you get to that part and it's look at the, it's me and Mark said the engine in itself is a kit in itself. When you get to that stage and you think, right, bloody hell, I'm going to have to do loads of sort of surgery here. No, you don't. It just fits straight in. Rule, what we got here?
I think.
That's nice.
I'm not sure, to be honest.
I know. That's Angie Lids. That's Angie's.
Is that Angie's? Is it?
That's Angie, and she's got. You can see. I'm just going to zoom in here, and I can talk about it because Mark told me about it today. Look at my finger reflecting off chuffing glass. Winner in the. Must be fantasy category.
I think that's fantasy, isn't it?
And Mark was telling me about how she'd done all this and he said it was absolutely painstakingly difficult.
Yeah. I've got to admit, I like that one, Mark. I really do like that one. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it is. It's stunning. That looks like third place. Now, this is actually one of my favourites, and people, if you're watching, you will sort of recognise this one from a film.
Yeah, Fifth Element.
Correctamundo. Do you know what the funny thing about this is, James? Because I took the photos today. When I seen it and I thought, right, I need to pick this up from where it is and put it on my white background to take a picture. When I came to pick it up, I almost thought I'm going to have to go right. And it's made out of just plastic. So you're like, oh, right, well, there's no weight in it, but it just looks absolutely solid.
Yeah.
That says a lot for finish, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, mate.
When you're expecting it to weigh... What,
I thought you were going to weigh like half a kilo or something.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that's... so third place. Whose is that? I can't remember.
I tell you what, I've got... I
can't remember, mate. It's either Mark or Andy Orange. Andy Orange. Third place. We've got another third place here. Let's just have a look. And again, we have ADP says you've got some very talented people in the club, chaps. Cheers, Aid. Yeah, it's nice to be associated with him. I can see that this, and do you know what? Again, it's not until you actually start and look, and we've talked off air sort of thing about, you know, what would qualify you as a judge. And both me and you, Andy, on competition day, we had a look round. But it's amazing how much you miss, because that bloke there is stood on a, well, is it, what is it? Is it a shit or a log?
It's a log by the look of it.
A log. Yeah, stood on a log. Sword, little figure there. Is he chained? Is he chained to that?
Oh, I don't know.
Can't see. Sword in his hand. You can see all the different flesh tones on his legs, on his face. Hair is highlighted, and you've got different. You got your metallics in there as well. Absolutely cracking piece.
That detail is just
it's not until you look. And this is another great example. I know whose this is. This is Angie's, another Angie led one. And is that second?
Yeah.
Second place. So she told us today that there were about 5 different kits in this. Let's start at this end. So obviously she's made a cracking base that actually looks in scale. Loads of little figures. The picture quality ain't cracking because it's on my phone. Skull and carcass with the ribs sticking up. You can see that we've got some, I think they're orcs, giving it some way, like that kind of thing. But the piece itself, it's a good 18, 20 inch that
it's
way.
And it really is.
Massive. Yeah, it's great. It's great. I think I've got another picture that's blurred. Shit the bed. Now then. So let me just zoom in here because I love to hear a story. We've got a third place here. Do you know what I love? Look at our trophies that we had done this year. And Andy don't mind me saying that Andy and Jean actually bought all our trophies this year. And we've got the club badge there. These trophies, guys, they're called glass on black. Glass on black. We've got reflective mirror surface, a lovely stamped in piece there, and then the club badge. Now then,
printed carpet on
it. Beautiful, mate. What do we know about this one, Andy? Talk to me.
Well, yes, it's the first trophy I've ever won.
No way.
It's the first one I've ever won.
Really?
Yes. I haven't won anything in modelling, and that's the first one. And to be totally honest, the Manta was a complete and utter disaster. I built it to make it look pretty good, like you do, and I had all sorts of trouble with bonnet decals and this and other and this and other. But everything else, the interior, the harnesses, everything went in lovely. I got them sorted out. I did this, did that, did other, and it was just a bonnet. It was an absolute bag of poo. It really was. And I just thought, well, I'll do something that I've seen before. These rally cars, these Group Bs, put away and forgotten about or kept under wraps or whatever. And I just thought, right, I'll build a fence and do this. And I got some old wheels and tyres and this, that, other. And the tarpaulin, would you believe, is a sheet of blue roll with a bit of with a bit of varnish on it. And it just gives it that plastic look. And I just airbrushed some silt in the bottom of the folds and whatever. Made my own base, made my own fencing, this, that, other. And it just looks like, yeah, I like that. That'll do. I'll try that. Obviously, I got some stickers. All the fencing were made out of our friendly stirrers. That's all. That's all that was made out of. A bit of balsa wood, a clay, and then a wooden base. The ratchet straps were just some. Yes, Rob. Yeah, it is the Bell Kits kit. Yeah, thank you very much, sir. That's much appreciated. I bought some ribbon to make harnesses out of. I made my own hooks and everything. I made it just look like it had blown off in wind. I enjoyed it. I looked at it and I thought, yeah, I like it. I put that in. And I got a trophy and I was so over the moon. It was unbelievable. So thank you very much.
I think that just goes to show. I think that goes to show that that's a great explanation. One of the things that I've just got from that, Andy, is that when if I'm building and I'm thinking I'm going to put this into competition, it's literally heart and soul, tweezers, every single minute little detail, and I'm on it. And you've just said you've literally put that together, and it's a bit of blue roll, a bit of this, and a bit of that, and actually, it not necessarily the work that there's been a million hours put into that gets the credit. Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, the car itself went together fairly well. I mean, we know Bell Kit's out 100%, but it went too well. I got all inside, got proper harnesses in, did all this, that, and other. It was lovely inside, absolutely bang on. I thought, brilliant. And it just went tits up. From outside, it just went, all the decals cracked. I've been doing this years, it just didn't happen. So I just thought, well, I've got to use it because I put a lot of hours to the interior and this and other. And it worked and people liked it. And I thought, well, what can I say? Made my own base, made it look tiled and polished that, cobbles are. And it just, even fencing's not perfect, but it worked. So I was really chuffed with it, really chuffed.
Personal. Well, personal question, right? So you've saying this because I want to, we put a lot of effort into not just the building of the stuff that we do for our club competition, but we also put a lot of emphasis and a lot of work into the actual competition itself. Now, for people who've not entered before because they are scared to enter, what's it like winning a trophy, even just at club level?
Well, it's the dog's bollocks. It's. I'm sorry, but that's the only way you can put it. It's like,
man.
I mean, it's not a case of beating somebody. It's not a case of coming second, third, or whatever. It's a case of somebody's appreciated that and gone, well done, mate. There you go.
Yeah, nice one.
Even at 60, I know I don't look it, but even at 60, somebody's gone, That's good. I like that. I like the way you've done that.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Nobody should be afraid of having a go.
No.
Nobody should be afraid of putting a kit in. If you're not happy with what you're doing, prime example, there you've pulled up there, mate, a prime example. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, Jane, she don't know one end of an airbrush to other half at time. I hunted all over to get her a single action airbrush because she don't have the dexterity to use a double action. So I've got her a Badger airbrush and this, that, and other. All I said to you, well, what I do with my cars is I spray this and spray that, but you remember where you spray it and where this, that, and other. And she has blown my socks off with what she's done. She really has. It's just like she's gone into it and gone researched in the medical bit. I know she's a nurse, but put them down, this, that, and other. Where should blood be and all that sort of stuff. Little details. But don't anybody that's listening to this have a go. Sit down and say, right, I'm going to have a go at this. Something will go wrong while you're building it. There's not a modeler out there who's building something that'll go, shit, that's shit. Oh, look at that. It's shit. It spoiled it. Bang. Work around it. Do something about it. That's what I did. And I think it came out, I've got a pot. You know what I mean? It's just like bloody brilliant. You know what I mean?
The thing I do like about it is probably, I don't know whether she's done it on purpose or not, Andy, but you can see just here on this front mudguard that there's actual highlighting at the front.
Yeah.
That's gone over these decals, that's made them look worn in, so that they're not popping brand new out. Because obviously, as the vehicle travels forward, it gets splattered on the front. And I just think the fading that she's done on this corner up at the top, it just looks absolutely fantastic. Like you say, it's brilliant. And that's another angle.
I mean, I could have done it for her. I could have gone, this is how you do it, love, because, I've done it with rally cars and this, that, other. You look at rally cars, you see the vectors that comes off the wheels, you see where the graphs hit it. And I said, look, just imagine you've got a sheet of dust hitting it. What's it going to hit first? It's going to hit front. Yeah. And then it's not going to hit flat at bonnet. It's going to hit the next bit. And she just did it. She just did it.
It's bang on. I hope that you've got your trophies all sorted and put somewhere nicely, Roo, because you came out with a fair few, didn't you? Second place, we've got now this chap. So I've built this. Mine's over there, but mine's yellow. This chap unfortunately couldn't make it to the presentation evening. And this is Ian Clem. That's the Men Bulldozer D9R. And I said to him, the tracks, the way that you've done the tracks, let me just see if I've got another picture. The way that you've done the tracks there, Ian, are absolutely cock on, because he's highlighted all these raised. And again, apologies for the poor picture. It's just on my old phone. But he's done an absolutely blistering job and actually got a second place. And it was nice for us today to be able to present that trophy. I think we're back at start. Nice to be able to present that trophy to Ian for coming second. And we were very, very happy with that. But some of the competition pieces, well, in fact, all the competition pieces this year, absolutely cock on.
Yeah.
Okay, so Andy commenting there, just realised I didn't have a bun. FFS, we all know what that stands for. Live stream on tonight. I says to young Lewis, I look round the room and I says, has anybody not had, so many sleeps till Christmas? And young Lewis went, well, I haven't had it yet. I says, right, I'll get you on. I says, right, and I was stood in front of him, Ro, and I says, right, come on then, pull a funny face. Now, at 16, 17-year-old, pull a funny face, it's like, oh, this is going to be super embarrassing and I'm really cool and I don't really want to do that. But fortunately, Davey Howe stood up to play and says, right, come on, look, I'll show you what we're doing here. And the pair of them together, bang on. Club Chit Chat. Martin Radford today. Martin has been building this. It's only one in whatever. It's only that big. He said he knocked it together in a couple of days. But take a photo, Mark. Take a photo. And I said, yeah, you stick it here, plonk it on here. So I've done that little montage for him at the end.
Very nice. Very nice.
But again, do you know what? Again, the funny thing is sometimes, and Paul, good evening, Paul. Are you well?
Hello, Paul.
Right. Hey up, Paul. I saw you sneaking.
All right, mate. I saw you sneaking. I think we're all his own worst enemy on saying, and we've talked about it already on this stream. We have to improve. We have to get better. We have to be better. We're better. And you know what, Martin? He won't mind me saying it. He doesn't give a fuck about getting better. He just likes building models, and I think sometimes we lose sight of that.
Yeah, yeah, we do. I mean, I when I first started coming with you, which was many years ago, you know, I were in a little thing and I would followed it A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. And a lot of lads showed me different stuff, including yourself. And there's people that will show you different stuff. And I'm sure it was some silly old twat that once says, if you do the same thing, you're not going to get any better until you put something different.
Yeah. Yeah, mate.
Didn't you?
Yeah.
Didn't you?
The
saying right. Is, you just try something a little bit different, and that's it. You know, you'll just find something. Why haven't I done that for the last 10 years? Why haven't I done this? Why haven't I done that? There's a lad that goes on, and I'm sorry if you're watching, and I don't know your name, but the guy, something as simple as this, all right, just to try and make it an example. When you're getting stuff to paint and spray and whatever. Put them on something where you can use them to hold them. You know what I mean? Put them like that. Don't try and build them and then do whatever. The guy does, he uses tape, reverse tape, and this, that, other. And I tried it probably 2 or 3 months ago, and I thought, that's a revelation. The piece of work can stay like that with the mating faces on the tape, so I can spray around it, do-da-da-da. When it's dry, take it off, bang, straight on. You're not messing about with clips and this and other. Little things like that will make a difference. They will, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. The saying is, Andy, is if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you always got.
That's not the best example I can come up with straight away, but it's things like that where you can have a couple of jobs sat there, primed, ready to go, and I think, right, okay, then I know that needs to be that needs to be that, but it's primed, blah, 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 blah. You got on one piece, and then you can just do, blah, done. Yeah. You're not messing about, picking them out, getting fingerprints all over them, and then, obviously, putting the mating faces down. It might not sound a lot to somebody that knows what they're doing, but obviously these attached to under the wings, these rocket launchers. So if you can attach them to something where the mating faces are kept clean of paint, and it can spray all around it and get a good coverage, all you have to do is turn it around, whap it under the wing, jobs are good. You know what I mean? Yeah. If I'm talking bollocks, just let me know.
No, you're quite all right.
Stuff like that get you know what I mean?
Absolutely, mate. Davey House and our Bill popped in today. Look at that, tucking into his massive butty. Graham is a massive Bob Marley fan, but great to see he's holding the old Sesco Cup there. And Mark Lid, I think there is perusing Craig's work, which I didn't take a photo of.
That's the bridge layer, isn't it? That's that bloody great bridge layer he got. It's about 9 feet long.
It's absolutely enormous.
Like that.
Massive.
Marky Mark, who normally enters competition on busts and figures, you can see, and with the streams that I've done in the past, I always stop at Mark and say, what you're doing. It's all about the tits for Mark for some bizarre reason, but he's coaching George there and showing him a little bit of work. Rowan Jean mid laugh, loving it.
Look at that fat bastard.
Martin, for some reason, guilt daft. Martin wrapped up like he's going out in snow. Yeah. And look, this is, I'll tell you what, talk about contrast. You've got Martin Rad with a woolly hat on, a t-shirt, a hoodie, and his zuddy wrapped up like an Eskimo. And then at the side of him, you've got Andy White in a t-shirt.
I tell you what, Andy White is one of the funniest blokes I know.
He is,
He's
mate.
Hilarious.
He's absolutely hilarious.
God almighty. Oh.
Yeah. Proper cracks me up. Oh, I've missed one. Hang on a minute. Dale from Ryle, a great addition to the club. Not brand new to modelling, but brand new to modelling. And we're going to give him some coaching next year on airbrushing. He's got his Hercules. Yeah, instructions there. That's what he's working on. And if I just zoom in here, I think we can see a little bit of masking. No, it's not masking. It's painted inside. But we're gonna show him how to do some airbrushing on the outside. Can't wait for that.
Done, and I looked at some of the pilots and that in there, and they're absolutely bang on. He's doing a cracking job with that.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a Spezda kit, isn't it? I think I've got that.
Spezda.
Yeah.
Caught Mark caught Mark unaware, but George would obviously look at me. And our Gene nipping in as well. Come on then, Gene, get in. Look at chuffing colour of that hair. Is that natural? That look, you couldn't get any more flame on.
Every time I sit around, she's snugging somebody else.
Andy Hart up, doing a resin kit. I don't know if Andy were coming on tonight or not. He did mention earlier, but Andy, if you're watching, just send me a thumbs up, mate. Clem doing some business with Sean always. The left-hand side of the hall, and I think that's it for that lot. Okay.
Have you seen that? Have you seen what kit that Andy Hartog's building?
Yeah, he's doing a plane that is not a plane.
He's doing the beast, isn't he? It's a resin beast thing. I can't remember the name off the top of my head now because I'm getting tired. But it looks hell of a thing. It's a 144 and it's still like this long.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean?
That's Clem's had his haircut, obviously showing his ears. Do you know what I mean? We've got Paul saying that I think Jadlam are bringing. It'll not just be Jadlam, but we've got a Black Hawk 1 in 48 special forces coming. That's what I was talking about earlier. So I have been trying to make everybody that comes to the club or as ties in with club. So 12 sleeps till Christmas for that one, and I thought that were a cracking photo.
That's a cracking photo of him. It makes him look human.
Yeah, this, I don't know if you saw this. If I can play it, it might play. Is it going to play? It's not going to play. I'll take it back out of that. And maybe, is it fluidly playing on your screen?
Going. Yeah, it's going, mate.
Yeah, it's going now.
Yeah. Just so that you don't have to have a background. 13 sleeps till Christmas. Me and me sidekick there, 2 gingers together.
Yeah.
Andy, what's the story here, mate?
Well, I saw it on another site. And I thought, I've never seen an aircraft that was obviously in service look so knackered.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was Desert Storm, but bloody hell, fire! If you put that in or built that and weathered it that much, people would think you were mental.
Mark,
but that's had some serious abuse.
How can you not love the shape of that Buccaneer, mate?
I can't,
Oh, you can't.
James.
I
I
don't
can't.
know.
That's
The amount of
absolutely
abuse
beautiful. It
It
really
looks
is.
like if you look from cockpit, if you look from cockpit down, it looks like they're both thrown up out at side of it. I mean, it's amazing.
They probably have.
Isn't it?
They used to skim about 50 feet off the ground.
Yeah,
That's what they were trained to do.
Yeah.
I've said it before that because of that upturned nose, right? It reminds me, no disrespect to this creature, but it reminds me of a kookaburra bird with that upturned beak. So, and I just can't fall in love with it, guys. I can't. But great story on the weathering. If you weathered it, would you get away with it? I think so.
Agree totally, Dave.
Yeah, I think to an aircraft builder.
Aircraft.
If you showed it me and you said, "What do you think?" I'd be like, that's absolutely stunning. But showing it to a non-aircraft builder, obviously, I get that. It looks like young Hartup's been he's been reconfiguring his stash.
If you want to have a close look at that, he's got some proper motors in there.
Shall we have a look?
Proper, he's got some proper kits, some proper motors.
Right, let's have a look. Shall we start at top or at bottom?
Oh, just help yourself.
Top. Do the top first, mate.
Right, so we'll do top. Cars. Right, so yeah, he's a car builder.
Car builder. I mean, F1's brilliant. Look at that, an R8273.
That's a lovely pair of tits.
That's
that. Pair of blue tits.
I remember building that when I was a kid.
He's got some nice stuff there.
There's some proper stuff in there, mate. I tell you.
Yeah.
He's got some bikes here, Paul. What we got here, mate?
Yeah, man. Yeah, where your mouse is now. Hang on. Yeah, that's a nice bike. The blade at the top there, then. But that Kawasaki, the green, sort of like about fourth along, second from the top.
That
one.
Next one along, next row along.
Green,
that one.
Green up box.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Nice and real light.
That'd do my head in that. In fact, now I've seen it, it is doing my head in. That box is upside down.
Upside down.
Yeah, he's telling about that
one. We're on to some ships, sailing boat, destroyers, trains, locos.
BR-86 there.
It's a bit weird. This is like going through his bedroom, isn't it?
Oh, he's got the Condor as well.
Has he?
Yeah, he's got the Condor there. The Rebel Condor. I think that's the 72nd. Bottom shelf, the blue box.
Oh, yeah, there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Condor, FW200. Yeah, beautiful.
Nice kit.
Yeah. It's probably a bag of shit to put together, but yeah, it's a nice plane. It's huge.
Really?
Yeah. That's a transporter that the Germans use for naval doings.
Naval doings.
Yeah, naval doings.
Paul Radcliffe, what we got here?
I'm not too sure. I know it's Craig's. It's
that's a Centurion
recovery vehicle from. I think it's on a Chieftain, but it's a specialist recovery vehicle.
It's a Centurion chassis, isn't it?
I don't know. Just bear with me a sec, chaps.
It's Cold War, isn't it?
What have I done?
Yeah.
60s, 70s.
There we go.
It's definitely great.
Yeah.
But it's like, don't want to kit as an AFB, from what I remember from this post. It's an AFB Centurion game, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, and it's basically the top half called resin.
Let me see what he says on his description.
With the subject, to be honest with you.
Let's see if I can find his description again, because I've just clicked my back button too many chuffing times. coming up now, isn't it? It's not far off. Here we go. So it says Centurion Bav almost done.
Yeah, he only started that
Centurion
a couple of
Bav.
weeks ago, I think it was, wasn't it?
Bav is like British Army recovery vehicle. Nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
I remember he was all on the hand about the paint job, like, but he's got a good reference to the paint job, like, so fine. Fantastic.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, definitely.
Before we move on, James, do you want to flick through a couple of comments?
Mate, there's been a few that's popped up, but it's all AD's popped up. There's a nice collection and a couple of others, but yeah, nothing special, mate. They were a while ago anyway.
They're all special, the comments. Dave Taylor says, stunning looking aircraft is the Buccaneer.
Yeah.
And Adi says, those Italieri Mark II escort kits are bloody awful.
Don't agree with you, mate. I've built 2 of them, and I've got another one to do. So, yeah, I'm not looking... Well, I am looking forward to it, because the way I'm going to finish it's going to look bang on.
Did you have one in real life, Drew?
What?
As what?
Did you have a Mark II in real life?
Yes, yeah, I've had several. I raced 3 of them.
All right, okay.
Yeah, I've had 2 or 3. I had 2 Mark 1s, 3 Mark 2s.
What, RSs or Mexicos or what?
Hey?
RSs or Mexicos, what?
No. They were only 1300s, but it were like autograss racing. But I had a lot to do with. I had a Tully. It was an RS flat front that was meant for staging. I never managed to fix it because some bugger nicked it. So that went down really well. So that sort of ended me Mark II.
Yeah. You see what they go for now in real life, Drew?
Pardon?
You see what they go for in real life now? It's stupid money.
Have you seen? Is it MRST or MST that are making brand
MST.
new ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they're making a modern take on it. It's like a modern chassis.
Many a happy hour have I spent browsing their catalogue, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Dougie Tucker.
Look at that, old Dougie.
Dougie's messing about with a 3D printer these days.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, it's lovely, that.
Now then, what we got here?
That's Graham.
Graham's doing a 148. Now, funny story from today's club. People that know or tune in or follow me on Facebook, whatever, know that I've got a choice between the Trumpeter Tram Intruder or the Airfix Vulcan, which I picked up from Halifax last week. And Mark led when I was talking to him about his Spitfire today. And I says, well, you know, you'll be all right next year if you're going to put your big... Yeah, he says, I'm putting my big Tamiya 1 in 32 F15J in. And I went, you do know what you're going up against, don't you? What? I says, my Tram Intruder. I'm ready for you, mate. I'm ready for you. Said, yeah, okay, fair enough. We'll see. You watch, he'll piss all over me. He's a good builder, he's Mark. Look at that. Now then, James, talk to me. So, again, for people who are either going to watch it later on or people who are tuning in live, talk to me. So we have presentation evening, and the whole crux of that was that because we normally have competition, and then we normally get the judge just to hand out the trophies on the same day. This year we mixed it up. We did a competition, and the following Friday we did a presentation evening. And I do believe that you've got some news about next year's presentation evening. Are we confirmed on this yet, or what?
Not sure, but yeah, probably. We might make it up. I'm going to drag my wife's sorry ass all the way up to you. Well, we're coming up in April anyway. We're coming up in April anyway, so that's all confirmed with my auntie. So, which is about, I think she's about 40 minutes from you. So,
yeah,
me and my uncle will probably pop over. You never know. You might have the full troop of us, all four of us, pop over. But
oh Christ,
yeah,
above.
we'll do that, and then yeah, toying with the idea of coming up in November when you do your presentation evening.
That'd be brilliant,
cool.
Yeah, join you.
Brilliant.
That's where I'd like to go. Halifax. Yeah, I'd love to go there.
Diamond Dave's,
yeah.
Well, once we get into next year, mate, and you confirm your April bit, what we shall probably do is I'll get some time off work, mate, and I'll nip you over to Halifax. We'll go and have a couple of hours there.
Yeah.
So, talking through photos, then we've got Mark Lidd presenting Lewis with his bonus ball win of £177.
Yeah.
And then we've got some pictures from Dave's. That's the middle.
He won it last year.
He won it last year,
same time, didn't he?
Did he?
I think he did, didn't he? He won it just before you went to Diamond Dave's last year.
I'm not sure.
178 quid. Yeah.
I think he might have done, actually.
Number 17.
Chuffing, I good your memory.
Remember it.
Yeah. That landed in the... So Simon won that on the raffle. But Simon is doing a bit of a follow-on with Kits for Kids that I did in 2023. And he said to Dale, the lad I work with, if you've got, 2 or 3 starter kits, I'll swap you because I'll never build that. So Dale literally gave him, I think it was 3 Airfix starter kits. There you go, Simon. And Simon went, thank you very much. There's your missile launcher.
Sound job. Very nice.
And the SWAT. Took a couple of more pictures while we're in Dave's. Let's just have a look, see what we've got. I think that's the Lank Nose. Can't see what the Revel Level 4 is. Yeah. The kit that caught me eye was the Tacom Apache.
Yeah, that's a nice kit.
We've got, is that Kotair, Spitfire? Yeah. We've got one of those. What else have we got? Right, this is Dave's Famous, and it is absolutely beautiful. I'll start at one end. At the back of Halifax World, it's armour. And Paul, you've been there, haven't you?
I have, yeah. Fantastically. Mesmerising.
Let's just start at this back end. And you can see we've got ground floor, and then 2, 3, 4, 5 shells, and it's just absolutely stacked, rammed with armour kits.
Yeah.
And again, guys, the guys who are watching, have you got a model shop near you that's anything like that? Halifax Modelers World. Absolutely rammed out. James, when you come up, mate, we'll have to make one of her. I've got a story about this kit. I'm going to zoom out. And I got told this story a couple of nights since. When you walk into Halifax World, that kit is there on the floor, ready to be picked up. It's a 1-in-8 scale. Is that from Poacher? A Lotus 72D.
No.
I do believe on eBay, it's currently up at about £750, £799.
Yeah.
But down at Halifax Modelers World, I do believe it's up at £5.
Oh.
So Trev clocked that, and he went, I think I'm going back.
Yeah, I don't blame him. For 500 quid, Christ.
That's Dale who I work with. perusing the old armour kittage. Adelio. Having a good look round. We've got Bridgie, Rule, Jean. Let me zoom out. See how far. Who's that? Oh, that's Heath. So the green door there, that's where you walk in, and the counter is down at the bottom. That's his middle aisle, his little middle aisle. But when you walk into balsa kits, sci-fi and space, and then you're into your aircraft. He's got some cabinets with some built stuff in. Lyd, Lewis, Bill, and Victoria having a good old natter. These are the two that Dale came away with. Can you see them, Paul?
Yeah, Skyline, absolutely fantastic vehicle in real life, and that'll be a fantastic kit from Sam.
Yeah, that's
Skyline, man. Hell of a car. That'll be my dream car in real life.
Yeah, mine as well, actually. Mine, Japanese import, Calsonic. And a self-propelled howitzer. Do you know that kit there, the howitzer? It was on back wall, and they were looking, and then he sort of like, goes into a daydream thing, and I looked, and I thought, oh, I won't mind a little bit of that myself, and I pulled it off the shelf, expecting it to be, $39.99, whatever, because I don't build armour kits, and totally surprised by the 20 quid price tag. So yeah, mate. Well, it was 22, but because we're on Christmas shopping day, Dave at Halifax, he discounts us, and I says to Dale, hey, look at this, bloody hell, look at that. I says, it's £22. He'll gear that for 20 quid. And he did.
Decent kit as well. In fact, it's a bloody good kit.
Yeah, it's a big kit, that. Big kit, that.
Especially at that price.
Yeah, mate. Lyd there. Do you know what, Mark? He did make me chuckle on the day. He kept picking the kits up out of this middle aisle, going, I don't know whether I ought to.
He kept picking them up and fondling them and then putting them back down again.
Yeah, I did.
He was probably robbing the stickers out of them.
Yeah. Dave's big kits on the shelf. Yeah, mate. I'll have this sheet of decals. Thank you very much. Rooster and me. Simon there. So Simon, I'm going to zoom in for. Oh, I can't. I'm fully zoomed. Simon's got a TSR2, is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
The box were a bit battered, Paul. And again, he was saying to us, Simon, on the day, this kit's like an 80 quid kit. And how much did Simon pay for it, Ro?
Well, I can't remember, mate. I just can't remember.
I can. It was 30 quid.
You're joking.
No.
Spawny twat.
Yeah, I know. Let's have a look at all these kits. Diamond Dave's, Halifax Modelers World. It does have a website, but it is much better to go in and fondle the plastic. Did you buy that, Ro?
Yes, I bought that, yes. As well as many other things. Yeah, I really fancied it, so I got that. I got a few other things as well.
You spent a few quid there that day, mate, didn't you?
It cost me, I can't remember off the top of my head, but they put it this way, it was touching 500 quid that I spent up there that day. That's for me and Jane, not just me. Don't worry, you know, me and Jane. Says he making an excuse for spending a lot of money.
Rad, other day you asked me if I'd bought that set.
Yeah, I thought
said
you did.
No. The reason that I'm stood there is because I've got the original Sesco mug that we actually gave to Dave on our very first shopping trip when we went over for the day. And you can see there, I think I'm rocking the 5th year anniversary hoodie, but I'm just going to take that off. And I'm going to put myself in the middle there because you can see on this one, I'm rocking the 7th year anniversary with my soft shell as well because I'm in my garage and it's quite cold. But that one there, that's the 5th year. And I have designed the new merch for 2025, which I'm hoping we've got a photograph of down here a little bit later on. Look at these bleeding pair here. 18 Sleeps Till Christmas. That's when we did the candle lighters, which was brilliant. That were that were £2,000 that we gave to the candle lighters. What's Radford building here? A tug.
A tug.
A tug. He wants chuffing, tugging. What's that? Davy House. Davy House is moving away from plastic kits. And he's going to, you know, the magazine type thing where it's like an installment.
Not hatchet.
I don't know if he's buying them from like a magazine. I think he's getting them direct from manufacturer.
You need to be looking at the poacher kits like that Lotus before.
Yeah, mate. But you can see he's cracking on. Yeah. The thing, Dave's not well, and he's not struggling with plastic kits, but he finds that these ones are a lot easier, and it keeps him tied in with the whole modelling thing. Martin Rad again, like I said, literally does not care what it is. If it's a model, I'm going to build it. And you can't knock that. Lewis's orders coming to port from all the money there is won on bonus ball this year. I love that picture. Obviously, I nicked it from another site. We're going to carry on. Look at this. Look at this handsome beast here. It's our Paul. And his lovely wife, Lisa. Absolutely cracking lady. Cracking pair of people. And then we got on to... I can't remember whether I showed these or not. Did I show these on the last... I didn't show these, did I, James?
No. This is the day, isn't it? Because you loaded this afterwards.
Yes, I did. So, we'll flick through them. Bridgie. And I will shout the names out, but they might be wrong. So, Bridgie's F14 on a couple of different angles. I do remember that.
Okay.
And this is what I was saying earlier about this were early doors. I know the photo's dark, but that pair of air tables actually ended up getting split into two because there were that many. Some busts and figures. That's your Gene's work, isn't it, Ro?
Yeah, that was Jane's monster thing. Yeah, we had a bit of fun with that.
Can't really see that one. It's good for. That's some knackered old boat missile launching system and a Phantom. I don't really, and a boat.
And a mast.
I think that's Bridges.
That were Bridges, yeah. Sea King.
Yeah, that's a Sea King.
Bridges.
Yeah. That's Gene's.
Gene's Dio.
Right. Bless her.
I think I've frozen on my pictures. Let's just have a look and come out of that. It does say 79. Let's have a look here. That's Paul that's going through. That's Busts and Figures table. And again, you can see what I was saying earlier about somebody using the nouns to enter. Busts and Figures were hardly out on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe a dozen. Paul's looking at motorbikes there on land. That's Graham's, I think. That's Graham's.
Yeah, that's the BMW. Yeah,
that's my Zunda. Yamato. I mean, he did get down and really have a right. Pondering.
I know.
So these were from. Yeah, mate. These were from the actual competition day itself. The lighting doesn't look great, but actually it was really well lit. Glasses on, glasses off. Bridges spit. Not Bridges. Lids spit. It's stunning, that. Yeah. Just look. I'll tell you what. Let me zoom in. Just look at that paintwork there. It's absolutely spot on.
It's not a hard edge either, is it?
No. He's done it in such a gorgeous way. Kookaburra bird.
Yeah, that's a buck. That's beautiful. Penny about the refueling probe.
Yeah. Not sure who's that one. That one, it looks like a Radford special. Who did that?
Me.
That's yours, ruin it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
SW190. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the tractor, yeah.
It's cracking.
Yeah, that's nice. That is,
it's cracking, is that?
Yeah.
Love it.
That is. It's really nice.
Yeah. Argenie's ambulance. Couple of tiny little figures. I can't do anything that small myself. I just can't do it. Our Rooster's car. You can see it better there. Look, wheel weighing that tarpaulin down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another car I lusted after, Roo, back in the day.
You what, mate?
Another car I lusted after in real life back in the day, the Opel Manta.
I'll tell you what, mate, the amount of times I've seen them rattle throat forests on 1980s, it was just like, oh my God.
Yeah. I wanted one in real life, though, just the road going version.
Well, my favourite Group B was Quattro.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
With old Michelle driving it, you couldn't beat it.
I worked on a site engineer who had one when he very first come out available for the road. For the public.
Yeah.
Bright red, oh my God, it was fucking amazing. Anyway, I'm going back. I'm being about fucking 15 anyway. But anyway, that's by the by, but yeah. I built that myself. I built that Triumph myself.
Nice ball.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a nice kit.
I got all my suspension to work on, man, and everything.
And he did such a cracking job as well, actually, did Graham. He's a good builder, you know, he's Graham. He's really good. I do like Graham's work.
Yeah. Bonnie kit.
What we got here?
The
bloody hell of that. Right, so personally, I thought that the wheels looked too wet on that.
Look at flaps.
Yeah. Not sure. That's a Radford special all day long. And then we're back out. So let's just have a look here. While that loads, I'll come back onto the main screen. Wrapping Club Up 2024. I think we've had a good year, Ro.
I love it. I'm fortunate enough to get to more
What did we do? We did Duxford.
We did Duxford. We done.
Yeah.
Duxford was a bloody good day. It really was. And especially when some spawny bollocks ended up at B17. That was just like, spawny twat. We've had some really good times. We've really enjoyed it. Unfortunately, me and Gene, as you know, we've had a shit year. We've had crap coming out of his ears. We've lost all family that we've lost, and this, that, other. And to be honest, if it weren't for club, it could have been a damn sight different. Now we're all going to be saying for Trev, because no doubt we've all heard about Trevor's misfortune, which is it's terrible. Yeah. Everybody seems to be going through something. Steve, he said it today. I mean, when I was going through divorce and this, that, other, I found club, and it just I've got something to do in a fortnight. Right, do this, do that, and it take your minds off all the shit. And it's done exactly the same now. 7-8 years later, I've lost my mum, my dad, my uncle. We've lost Jane's mum and dad all in last 18, 20 months. And it's just like, fortnight, we're off to club. Fortnight, we're off to club. And the only time we miss club is when we have to go to Scotland or we have to do something else. And it's just brilliant. I think, we all have ups and downs and this is that and others. And there's nobody worse than me for arguing and this and other. But I just thank everybody for what it's been. Brilliant. Absolutely superb.
Yeah, it has. We were talking about it earlier on, actually, down at the club. The amount of work that we've put in. We did do the Duxford day trip. That was absolutely fantastic. Presentation evening, competition, candle lighters, 24-hour build, going and presenting that £2,000 check. The amount of 80, 90, 100 quid bonus ball winners that we've had has put lots and lots of smiles on faces. But I think it's been absolutely spot on. I'm just going to share these pictures with you. I know that some of them are a little bit dark, but they do come a bit lighter later on. We've got Graham and his lovely wife there, and these were all taken in the foyer of the hotel on presentation evening. James, one of the photographers. These pictures are really dark. Heath and his wife. And now why have we gone on black screens? Because the computer's trying to catch up. That's why. But the photographers, this was the first time that they'd sort of like done a job like this, and I thought that they'd done us proud to say that they didn't want anything. We did pay them, and we gave them a nice purse, but it was worth it just for the time.
Yeah.
I don't know of any other club. Again, we always want Sesco to be top bollocks, and I don't know of any other club that's been out and got professional photographers in to come and cover an event. Mark Ange and the lad, Connor, on here, young lad, I think he had some heart trouble earlier on in the year. Martin scrubbing up really nice, to say that he usually looks like a truck driver. That's Sean that runs SGS Model Store in Leeds. You can put a face to a name, and his lovely wife Joanne.
Mm-hmm.
That is Mr. Chris, looking nice and dapper. That's my phone that's pinging. A couple of guests, Stuart and Debbie. Barry, Spitfire pilot Barry, and his. I'm going to say you can see that they're holding hands there, so I'm going to say his current look. Shall we say his current love interest? Is that wrong to say? It's not his current love interest. He's better at making him sound like a right player there. I'll tell you what. Look at Simon's Union Jack jacket there.
Nice.
Nice.
Very patriotic.
Very nice. And Sharon, she's lovely, Sharon. Back to Graham. So now we've got a little bit of light on. Light that up. I think, yeah, they must have put 50p in meter. Our Rooster and our Genie. Looking very dapper, sir. Tartan, Heath, spot on, mate. Absolutely. And Dickie Bow as well. Proper encompassing the night there.
Yeah.
Let's zoom out a little bit so you don't see all that big fat belly there. Mark and Ange. Lovely couple, Mark and Ange. Back to Andy and his partner. And I think we're done. Are we done on that lot? No, we've got Trev and sister, Leander, and she's actually taller than Trev. And Trev's about 6'2".
Yeah, I was going to say, he's a tall boy, isn't he?
Tall boy, is that, Trev? That's my boss, Martin, and his lovely wife, Sue.
Yeah, we're on.
Bill and his friend Jennifer, and then we've got, actually, that's Tony. Tony used to be the undertaker in the village, and his wife.
Yeah, we're out.
He's got some stories, I'll tell you. Old Tony. Paul and Lisa, back to Barry. So on the night, I think we had 7 or 8 on the table.
Everybody's been
trying to get everybody in. All choosing your dinners. Dale, Vic, Lou, Mr. Chris, Graham, partner, Bill, Jennifer, George, Sal, Martin, Rue, Paul. Rue Paul? Not that Rue Paul.
Rue Paul?
Hey, better bloody well not be.
Not that Rue Paul.
Not having any of that.
Bless you.
But you can see how nice the room was. Beautifully lit. Absolutely spot on. Made us feel absolutely superb. That was when I was streaming the presentation evening live that James looked after, and I kept having to go back to my phone that you can see I've got on my clamp. I kept having to make sure that everything was okay.
Yeah.
It's a shame that my boss Martin's head is in that shot, because the look that Sally is giving me there is like, oh, that's gorgeous.
That says it all. It says it all,
mate, isn't it?
That woman must be so proud of you to look at you like that.
I'm hoping so. Raffle went great, Roo, didn't it? You did really well with that, mate.
Well, yeah. I was a bit confused, actually, because she says, oh, I'm going to do it, raffle. I said, all right, then. And then you put microphone down. And I thought, well, I'll do it then. So I was chasing Mans round with Tin, and we just took off, mate. It was brilliant. We had a good laugh. Yeah. It was brilliant. It just went really smooth. Paul were holding this up and that up and whatever. So it worked out really well. And I hope everybody enjoyed it, because I had a scream doing it. I really did.
I did. Yeah. I won 50 quid.
Yeah, you twat, you. I'd forgotten you. You were still smiling at breakfast, you git.
Yeah. But again, you can see the room. Room absolutely spot on. Lovely and warm in there. The club gave Dougie a little bit of a trinket for 4 years on admin, and a big thank you very much for
that. After the board, Andy. After the board,
rub it in. Go on, rub it in. Look at me. Look what I.
We'll come back to that in a second, Paul. Yeah.
Well done, mate.
Yeah. Is that member of the year one, Roo?
I think so. Yes, mate. Me and Jean shared it, which was very nice. Can I just say a personal thank you to Dougie for what he did? I mean, that guy is so laid back. He's asleep. Love him a bit, and he did a cracking job.
He did.
Yeah, he really did a cracking job.
He did, mate.
Look at me in my shirt. Look at me, all posh.
Whereas my shirt won't tuck into my trousers, so I'll ask them to go out and buy a jumper. Tell you what,
there she goes again, look.
Keep it real on the street.
Every time I see her, she's in another bloke's arms.
Yeah, we haven't got to the best photo yet, have we?
No, we haven't yet, have we? No.
Me and our Billiam, and I'm saying, hold it right up to your mouth, Bill. And he's like, what, here?
It didn't sink in, did it?
No.
Hey, MC Affect and MC Tamia.
Yeah. Here we go. RJ.
Get a room.
Get a room. I don't know. Bless her cotton socks.
Bill's looking satisfied.
Yes, love, we are talking about you. Snugging other blokes as per usual.
We've got Paul and Lisa and Judge Paul Wong that came back over from Bolton for the presentation evening. We've got our Dalio looking rather dapper. Paul Patton scrubbing up well. I love Paul to bits. He's a proper little trooper, is our Paul. He's gone with glasses off there. And his great partner, Claire, superb. Very much so. What a bloody brilliant night. Mark and Liam.
Brilliant. Absolutely bang on.
Yeah. Young lass there. So what we did, and I've said it before, as a club, we appreciate the things that people do. So because it was a silver service meal and all the young lasses were going round and putting all our food out, we put £10 in 7 envelopes because there were 6 servers and the young lass behind the bar. That makes 7. And I know it's not a lot, 10 quid, but we give them all a 10 quid thank you. Just explaining to Paul here what we're going to do for presentation, and I thank you very much. Paul's got an envelope in his hand there. And again, you talk about clubs. That's me giving Paul 60 quid's worth of petrol money for making the journey from Bolton to come and judge comp, and then making the journey from Bolton to come back for presentation evening, because we don't see anybody out of pocket.
That's you giving Paul the 60 quid to judge your model in first place. I'm messing. It's comedy.
Yes, mate.
No, I bunged him 50 for that.
So you only give him a tenner for juice, you fucking orange.
I know. Martin, we gave Martin a little bit of a presentation there that I still need to actually square up with you, Andy.
That's spot on,
It's all sorted, mate. It's all sorted, pal.
Are we sorted?
They're all sorted, mate.
And Andy's saying there, you know, it's exactly right. Andy was chasing Andrew around, and Andrew's got all the tickets in the bin, and Andy's chasing around, and we're all pulling tickets out left, right, and centre.
That was
Sean from SGS.
That was my favourite part of the raffle. Do you want to know why the raffle was my favourite part?
Why was the raffle your favourite part?
Because I won something.
Absolutely, mate.
And you haven't stopped rubbing it in yet, have you?
No. It's me.
Bless her cotton socks. She was around that room like a rocket, wasn't she? And then we had all on keeping up for her. You're going up, right, take a number out of that, and I had to go and fix it and do that and do this and all that. And turned around, she got another one out. She did a cracking job to them. Really did.
Absolutely
we
brilliant.
had MC Paul Patton doing that. Oh, this is next, and that's next, and this, that, other, and handing them out. It was. I tell you what, it was a good laugh. That actually, it was a good laugh. It really was.
Very good.
And I enjoyed it. Look at me.
Look
like Dale Winton on steroids. Well,
Dale Winton had a pool party. Oh no, that's my
good laugh. I enjoyed that.
I'm just going to come off pictures again for the people who are going to view later and the people who are viewing now.
Even on me.
For a presentation evening, for a first goal. And again, I've explained it to some of the club members today. And I know it's awful and crude in the way that I described it. I did not fall out of my mother's womb knowing how to run a model club, knowing how to organise a presentation evening. I said 99% of it, we'd literally made it up as we were going along. But I think that just goes to show that with right dedication, right people, Rue, Paul, Jean, Ange, all doing the little jobs, it just all gelled together really, really nice.
But what made it enjoyable is, well, we're a close-knit club. Yeah. So when we're doing something, we don't. I wasn't afraid of saying something to somebody who'd won 3 or 4 prizes and say, "Hey, I spawny twat, you've won another bloody 3." Like Heath did, bless him. He won both airbrushes, didn't he?
Both airbrushes.
You know, Heath, have you used your airbrush? No, well, you're gonna have to get another one. And it's like just things like that just made the night. People laughed. Mate. People were laughing, having fun. There might have been, you know, a shit prize that I put in that somebody got, but everybody, it just. Oh, look at this. I've done this. I've done that. Brilliant. Absolutely superb. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I mean, on the back of it, obviously, we've scheduled number 2 for next year. So it must have been good. Paul?
Can I just say, I think the presentation was more successful. And the competition. I think the presentation got people a bit more involved than maybe the competition did.
Yeah.
The competition was a little bit less serious. It was a little bit. The competition was a bit of seriousness, whatever. Yeah, whatever. But the presentation, even that was just like proper sociability in its purest form. It was just fantastic, mate.
Yeah,
everybody
I agree with
having a crack.
Ladders,
And
I agree
it
with you,
might not
but
be like
everybody,
super tight and
yeah.
long and stuff, but it was real. It was tangible. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
James,
with the competition, I think you're right, Paul. People were there, and it were like, "Oh, I've done this, I've done that, I've put it down. Will I win out? Will I vote out? Doing this, do that," and it's like, yeah, you do get the anticipation and the apprehension of winning something or not winning or doing this and other. But when we all sat down there, we'd all had a few beers, and we just got stuck into having a right good laugh and taking piss out of each other.
There you
That's
go.
us all over.
There you
Everybody,
go.
you know
James,
what I mean? That's what we do.
James, from your point of view, you did as a fantastic service on the night. I did set a live stream up and literally dropped you in at the deep end. How was it for you, mate?
Oh, I enjoyed it, mate. It was nice. It was nice to see people and put names to faces.
Yeah.
I know I asked you afterwards. There was a few there that I hadn't seen before. I think Heath was one of them, but most of them. I mean, to say after, I know we sort of like talk during the week sometimes, and and I've gone through most of your vlogs anyway, so you learn of people, what they're capable of, and then you watch after seeing the models that were displayed. I mean, fantastic, fantastic club.
Were you nervous on the night having to do like the adult commentary and sort of, No,
it was just it was like I said to you before, it was interjecting between you stop talking and the next thing on, So it was
actually happened.
It's just one of those things. And the sound quality, I know we said this before, the sound quality wasn't very good, was it?
Yeah, no.
But for a first, it's your first try. So next time to be better.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
There's
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I've got to admit, I did. I thoroughly enjoyed it, mate. It was nice. It was nice to help you out.
Good, thank you. It's much appreciated, Cocker, what you did for us. Rue, and that's Bob, one of the photographers on the night. And then we got on to the actual awards presentation. Martin giving us a speech and thanking everybody for coming, which was superb. And we started off with, I do believe, in fact, I can't even remember what class we started off with. Let's just pop through them and we can see, we can see people getting their awards. Doubly handed out with Paul and Martin. Martin using the paper there to shout out the winners, and then we got Paul.
Dave was one of the ones that. Sorry, Mark. Dave was one of the ones that watched it live, and he said he thoroughly enjoyed it as well. It's just
brilliant.
I know Dave sung me praises the last time. He's all right. I like Dave.
Spot on. Cheers for that, Dave. Nice one, mate. Obviously, it's sort of like when we were running up to presentation evening, and because I am sort of, I do enjoy getting these live streams on, and Paul and James and Bro and everybody else, and running up to presentation, I collared on to James and I says, we're going to go live. All right, Gabe, brilliant. How are you going to do that? And I went, I'm not. You're going to do it. And he's like, what the? What? I said, mate, we've got to have a go, because if we don't have nobody else has done this. In my head, you've always got to remember, I've got to come up with something new, something unique, something that nobody else has done, because I want Sesco to be first. I want us to be loudest, proudest goddamn model club out there that there is. And I says, James, I'm going to film it, but I'm going to do it on a live stream, mate. And if you would mind doing some narration for us, and we sort of coached and coming up to it. But I've watched it back, and even though the sound quality wasn't great, the whole premise of having a live stream at a model club presentation evening, are you absolutely off your head? It worked an absolute treat. It really did. James did us a great job.
Thank you, James.
You're welcome.
Lid getting his trophy, me getting yet another one. I think I got fed up of winning by this time. Orange pulling the pose, but then doing the self-service. Another one for Pat. Another one for Mark. Andy White, look at the smile on that face.
Yeah, look at that.
Wait while Facebook catches up. There we go. Absolutely spot on. Did we choose the right venue, Andy?
Well, personally, yeah. It was big enough. There were enough round tables where you could move about. The bar was easily accessible. Absolutely brilliant little venue. Absolutely superb.
Unfortunately for the live stream, it was right in front of the camera. Everyone was going up through into the bar, but there you go.
Yeah.
But that's something you learn, isn't it? Right, next time we'll put it at side of a pillar or behind a pillar, so we can do presentations there or set back or whatever. So that's not a problem. That's just teething problems. That's brilliant.
Yeah, mate. From the entire evening, even though I didn't get everybody in, and again, it's all about learning. What I should have done on my phone for that particular photo was gone on to panorama view and done that. But that's getting as many people in as I possibly could. Great hotel. The food were absolutely bang on. The company was absolutely bang on as well. And I think it rounded off. Yeah, because you stopped over, Paul, didn't you?
Yeah, breakfast was fantastic, mate.
Yeah.
And I think it just rounded off a fantastic night.
Yeah, we stopped over, me and Jean. And to see Paul devour a breakfast is something to behold. I've heard the phrase shovel it in, but I can't think of a word that would actually quite put it in. And he had a nice shirt on, and that was slightly spattered when he finished. Bless him. But it was nice, wasn't it, Marty, Paul? It was brilliant. It was nice little breakfast, lovely, superb, well presented. Everything was so. Rooms were bang on. You know, I mean, my bathroom were bigger than my bedroom.
I can't wait for next year. I can't wait for next year.
Only because you want another win another 50 quid, you tight Skowski.
Hey. I will be trophied up next year. I'm telling you.
Oh, will you?
Paul,
all right.
Paul,
I will be trophied up next
now
year.
we're talking.
Here we go.
While he's there, get him to Paul. Show you what you bought.
Hey,
what? Come on, let's have a look. What you bought?
Show him what you bought.
What you bought?
With me free money. With me free money.
Free money. Oh,
not stolen.
Yeah. A scout with free money.
Stolen.
Thing. Has it got any wheels on it, mate?
No. This has got tracks.
That's it. That looks a hell of a thing, mate.
Lovely.
You know, I haven't got a clue what I'm looking at, but I bet it's going to be a right kit.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, it's nice.
Right, that
was literally free.
Yeah.
Right, I've just had a message from Jane, who's obviously not 100%.
Yeah,
she never is, bless her. but she just made, she said, will you thank everybody that's on for everything they've done? And she thinks everything's brilliant. So she just wanted me to say thank you very much from her. Not from me, but from her. Thank you.
Much appreciated. Thank you, Jane.
Yeah.
When I nipped up to the camera club to pick up the little memory stick that had got all the photos on, the guys there had said to me, "We're so glad that you've actually called up for it, Mark, because what we want you to do now is judge our best photo of the year, which I'm going to share with you in a minute." And I do like to, I'm not a photographer, but I do like to edit photos. I think Andy Norfolk's had first example of that today.
Yeah.
And the two photos that they showed me about 12, and I narrowed it down to 2, which I'm going to show you now. This is the first one. Okay, so the reason that I put this into my shortlist category, this is a Kaiser Chiefs concert, and how the photographer has got he's obviously held his camera up so that it looks like a phone that all these people are doing. It goes from blurred to sharp. I think the lighting is spot on. It's black and white, so it catches the atmosphere. That's why that one got narrowed down to 1 of 2. And the other one was this one. I said to the guys who were up at the camera club on that night, if the photographer had been stood 2 steps to the left or 2 steps to the right, they would not have got that gorgeous waterfall in at the back. It wouldn't have been framed like it was, and I couldn't choose a winner. So I actually, in the end, and also as well with the height of the photograph, any higher, it wouldn't have had obviously all this movement in it, and any lower, it would have just been focused on these 2 boulders. So a perfect shot. And like I say, I couldn't choose between the 2, so I actually said, look, joint winner. I love them both. That photo there was taken by Bob, who was one of the photographers that came to the presentation evening. And I've actually got that photo now as my phone screensaver because I love it that much.
Yeah, it is nice. I like that one.
Can I just say that if you looked at top of that photograph, there's that bright branch that goes there where your cursor is. That automatically frames that to me. You know what I mean? I think that's bang on that. Whether he's gone for it or not, I don't care. That's a bang on that.
What I said to once I'd said to this one was, if I was now 17 years old, I would love to have that as a canvas on my bedroom wall. Beautiful. However,
very Athena. Yeah,
mate, very much so. But being 53 years old,
atmosphere,
I would quite gladly have that as a canvas now on my living room wall because it's just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Can I just say I quite possibly fell over that waterfall when I was about 12.
Yeah, mate. At the same time that I went up,
when I was about 15 or 16, I'd probably tried to ride down it or across it, or as I mentioned in the boat, and when you put that post up, Mark, that sort of image lives with me because I'm heavily into mountain biking and stuff. Seeing that sort of stuff all the time, it's fantastic.
When I went up, the guys also said to me, the two photographers that came up on the evening, they'd also had a look around all the models at the same time that the judge did, and they picked 2 of their favourites. And I bet Andy's even just forgotten all about this.
Yeah, I had actually.
And they presented me. They presented me with two trophies, which were 2 photographs in mounts. Have you all got those pictures there, Andy?
I've got one for definite. And James is downstairs.
You've got one for definite. Yeah. So they presented me with what they thought were the 2 best on the night, and put the photographs in mounts for the winners, and also had a box of chocks. And we did talk about this on the last stream, and the 2 photographers picked Andy's tractor. Picked Andy's tractor. Bless him. He's having a bash in FRG because. And also, the photographers chose Jean's ambulance. I think Jean's ambulance came first in their choice, Rue. Am I right?
Yeah, it did. Yeah. Yeah.
Which won the Neil Moxham Award. And Andy's came second, which is absolutely superb, because obviously the guys, the photographers, they're not modelers.
They're looking at them from a different point of view, don't they?
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Let me just see if I can share my screen. Share. And go on to that one. So, yeah, there we go. So, James Beasley from one of the photographers at the club, and Bob from Upton Camera Club also secretly chose their favourite models from all the brilliant entries you guys put in, and awarded mounted photos for first and runner-up. The guys also put in half a box of, that was an in-joke, a full box of chocolates, and a full box of shortbread biscuits for the winners, which I collected tonight. They chose Andy Norfolk runner-up with his tractor, and Jean Norfolk with the ambulance. So, yeah, well done for that, mate. That's almost like
unbelievable,
an award in itself, coming from guys, guys that don't.
Yeah,
mate.
They looked at it from a totally different point of view, and it was like, bloody hell, you know, somebody appreciated it, and we were blown away. We were both blown away.
Cool beans. For 2025, like I've already shown you, I've got the 7th year hoodie on, but the 5th year soft shell. And what I've done this year is I've gone for, because our colour is black, but I've gone for a black polo with a highlighted collar, a highlighted sleeve, and then highlighted side panel detail. But I've actually changed. I've changed the Phoenix into a monotone black and white, and you can see there's no anniversary insignia. There's no names on or anything like that. There's nothing on the back either. It's just a very, very plain t-shirt. And then for the hoodie, I've gone for a zip up with a front pocket detail. And again, you can see that I've put the Phoenix on there. They will be embroidered on. Again, the lads at club, they're not under any obligation whatsoever to buy any merch. They never are. But what I've got going off in my mind at the moment is we start our 8th year in January. But I'm also forward thinking to the 10th year, which will be absolutely super special. And I didn't want the lads to have to wear 7th year stuff for another 3 years until we get to 10 years old. So I've put these in as a little bit of a little bit of a sort of backfill, if you will. Some of the stuff that you bought then, Andy, I'm guessing
I had to do it.
from Halifax, mate.
No, that was from our favourite German store.
Lidl.
They do it every
year.
Lidl.
Yeah.
I got the duck because I fancy doing something with that and a little Dio.
Yeah.
The gnat, it's always been a favourite. But the other 4, thinking of doing something different with them. And I thought for 20 quid a piece, you can't go wrong. You just can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong.
So I'm going to have a go at them and see what's what. Look at your face on there.
Cool beans.
You're scaring people off, mate.
Do you know what? That's No. I love that. That is my YouTube handle. Well, once it finally loads, it is Butch. Obviously, it's a very edited shot. Here it comes. Let's just have a look. There you go. Oh no! Shut up, Matt. Shut up. You don't need to be listening to any of that rubbish. But that's the handle that I've been using. And do you know, I'll tell you where the inspiration came from. That particular shot was from Simon Sully Thomason, because he's got one very similar. James, you've just said, you can acknowledge that, can't you?
Yeah.
And I did love that particular shot.
Oh, there it is. That's great.
I pinched it myself. Where are we going? Have I missed it? This this one?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's Craig's
let's have a look.
Isn't it? That's the kit, the AFE kit that he used as the donor.
Yeah.
He
butchered it, and made it into.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, there's a lot of work gone into that. That's all his research.
He's done it pretty quick as well, hasn't he, really? I mean, to get from A to where he is. It's only been about 2 weeks.
I think he's had a couple of weeks off work. He's not been too well, James. So he said, you know what?
Knee, isn't it? It's his knee.
I can't get in Calavan.
He's had problems with his knee.
Can't get in Calavan. Can't do this. Can't do that. So chuff it. I'm going to go back to the bench.
Too bloody cold for the caravan, mate. God, fucking assholes. You freeze your fucking nuts off.
Yeah, not many. And then I know that we've covered this in the past. Yeah. We're back down to Paul's, but because I'm here, I will show it for you, Paul. How did that go? Is that all done now, mate?
It's about 10 minutes away, I'd say. I've been doing other stuff. I've actually managed to get a shelf up.
Right.
So I've made a bit of space for actually land and stuff now, and I've actually got a board for actually somewhere to stand it on, because I'll have to. Obviously, I need to land it on something that I can easily move about. I'm gonna hopefully.
Yeah, mate.
Rig it up so I can. If I need to move it, I could just pick the whole thing up in one go, rather than having to separate the tractor unit from the trailer and shit. So, but yeah.
Cool beans.
Yeah, that's nice.
I've been doing like this, and it's nothing's there.
Yeah, mate.
The mirror frames are on.
Shows, mate.
Mirrors on.
Go on, Andy. Get it up, lad.
I've committed to actually putting the mirrors on. Then the tab goes on.
Go on, click it on.
Don't go breaking it.
Don't go breaking my truck. Cool.
There's one thing that I noticed about Paul's kits that strikes me as strange, that they've all got the wheels on.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm looking for flex.
Fucking hell, yeah. They should be on bricks.
I'll hit you then, didn't it?
They should be on bricks.
Yeah. There you go, mate. I wonder when it'd click.
Yeah, brilliant. Nice one.
Sorry, Paul. I couldn't resist it, mate. I couldn't resist it. I'm sorry. I do apologise.
Rude. You don't have to apologise, man. Don't be fucking stupid.
And just to finish off from the club, the poster, if you will, is I've already put that together. Sesco and Emsworth Community Scale Model Club presentation evening, 7 classes, no time scale competition, 3-course silver service dinner, raffle and special mentions, awards ceremony, which will take place on Saturday, the 1st of November next year. The dress code is smart. We've got some nice 5 stars. I've tried to put 5 stars down either side and across the top. Club Phoenix with the sping on its tail. Book your tickets at the club, £32 each. Obviously, that's just a pro rata thing because the prices go up. At Burntwood Court Hotel, and you should be able to see, because that's quite a lot to take in down at the bottom. It's actually a crowd of people. Where my cursor is, it's a crowd of people lifting the trophy up, and the year 2025 at the bottom. That took me all about 10 minutes to do that. Paul's got his... Come on.
Can I just finish showing you this?
Yes.
So that's sort of like the main tractor unit. So all we've got to do is I've got to put some bricks on here. We need to put some bricks on here.
I'm sorry, Paul. I couldn't resist, mate. I'm sorry.
I get it. You know, and basically, what I've got to do, but what I've done the base for, is I've got to rig hydraulic lines from this area onto the trailer.
Yeah.
And be able to detach them and move it, plug it back in. So, but yeah, you know what I mean? I need to be able to detach the tractor from the trailer and be able to do it any time I want to.
Cool.
So that's, yeah. You'll see it at competition day. And I've bought new wheels for it.
Happy days. Well, that, lads, just about wraps up. That lads, just about wraps up 2025. Duxford presentation evening, competition, candle lighters, bonus ball winners, honourable mentions, honourable member, special awards for Doug Tuck, for Martin, for absolutely everything. It's been spot on. Let's just have a look here. Let me make you big.
That is that.
There you go.
Yes, Andy. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I used to do, mate.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I get it.
That was back in there.
Happy days.
Nice one.
Sorry for interrupting, Mark, but
it's all right.
Have you replicated one yet, Drew, in like kick form?
No, but you just give me an idea.
I don't know. Just imagine, right? Imagine getting a kit. See, I've done it with cafe racer bikes before now. Now you must remember how you built. You must remember how you built that real life car. Now get a kit.
Big hammer and a lot of welding.
There you go. You weld it is your tubular frame, and
now, mate. You're starting something now.
I bet you could recreate that in scale form.
Yeah, I could.
It's just going to be engine, chassis, roll bar, and bodywork, isn't it?
Yeah. You're complete not a twat. Everybody's going to expect me to build that now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Hey?
I'll supply the bricks.
You've got your own back now, haven't you? You complete and utter twat.
I'll supply the bricks.
I went through 3 of them. Them were days, mate. Them were days. I like that. It's a good idea. We'll wait and see on that. I shall work on that. Thank you, Paul.
Andy, I'm into bikes, yeah, and like I've built a cafe racer from a kit the exact same way that people build cafe racers in real life. You just scale everything down a bit. Yeah. You know, you get pieces of sprue and you can build a cage. You can build a cage, a roll cage.
Yeah. Dead easy. Cool. Yeah.
Right. Let's just have a look. Right. 2 hours and 4 minutes. I am going to wrap it up. You can all stay online, but I am going to end the stream. I'm going to pop you all off one at a time and do what I normally do. James in Plymouth, thank you very much for your company this evening, sir.
Thank you very much, mate.
Thank you very much. I'm going to just pop you out of there like that. I'm going to say the same to Roo. Hope that Jean's okay there, Rooster.
Yeah, she's sound. She's gone back to bed. She's more than grateful for everything. She just wanted to say thank you. Thank you very much, guys.
More than welcome. And we will definitely see you guys down at Club next year. I'm sure of that. Popping Roo off and just muting his mic. And then me and Paul, we've had a good year, Paul. I think we've had some great chats through the year.
Yeah, as always, Mark.
Cheers, mate. Fantastic to have you down at presentation evening, Cocker.
And in the words of that Poxy Pop song, I'm not even going to try to sing it, but things will only get better.
Very much so. Stay where you are, and thank you very much for that one. Just mute the mic there, and that obviously leaves you guys with me. Listen, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to just put that down. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all your comments as well. Hope that we've been entertaining enough for you tonight, talking about Sesco Club for 2024. And like Paul says, things are only going to get better. We've got so many things planned for next year. And competition and presentation evening. I'm sure that we'll do another day out as well. I'm sure that we'll do another 24-hour build for a chosen charity, and hope that we can raise some more money for some very needy people. It's been a fantastic year. 2025, it holds a lot. We've got some new members that are new to airbrushing. We've got Paul Patton that's going to do some tutorials. We've got Trev on technical equipment that's going to be able to film it and shoot it up onto a blank space on the wall so that people can see what's being filmed, and we're going to do all that kind of stuff. Okay, and that just about ends it there. Let me just have a quick put my glasses on. Dave Taylor, thank you very much, love arts. Waterfall for me, yeah, it was for me, and a very Merry Christmas to you as well, ADP. Thank you, Dave. Good night, guys. Great show again. Thank you ever so much. Have a wonderful Christmas. I've got the Vulcan, the 1 in 72 Vulcan for my Christmas present. I bought it myself, but I'm giving it to kids to wrap to give it back to me for my Christmas box. Okay. I think that just about wraps it up. The last live stream is tonight. I don't think that there's anything planned. Personally, I've got some camera equipment above my head because when I do the tram, I am going to try and do a video build sequence. Don't know how that's going to work out. I really, really don't. Okay, but you'll have to wait and see. So, as usual, everybody, Merry Christmas to absolutely everybody that's watched and that's watching and that watches us guys regular. And hope you have a great Christmas and a fantastic New Year. Stay safe. Catch you later. Cheers.